Ms. Jones, Mr. Montgomery, you are married. You do not want to be married anymore. You two have no children together.
No.
But you have 10?
10.
10.
10.
Ms. Jones, you say once you got married that Mr. Montgomery went from being a husband to a father. Why don't you tell me why you say that?
Well, Judge Lynn, when me and Michael first started dating, we would go out, have fun. I could go out, do my own thing. He could go out, do his own thing. And we were fine with that. Once we got moved in together and actually started talking about marriage, he became more controlling, more possessive. If I wanted to go somewhere that he felt as though wasn't good enough.
Hold up, bro. I know I can read and y'all can read too. He 56 and she 31 or 27? 27, bro? That's 31 years. That's man. Oh no. Oh no. Whoa.
If I wanted to go somewhere that he felt as though
29.
wasn't good enough for him or he didn't want me to go, then it would be a problem. We would argue about it. One time I went out with my friend. She came to pick me up so we can go to happy hour for a few hours. My husband had a problem with that.
Now, once you got married, did you feel like she was still going out too much as a single person, or?
Well, she knew what I wanted when I got married because I explained it to her.
What did you explain to her?
I told her I'm looking for a woman that I can depend on, trust, and love. I knew she was younger than me, and I knew that had a lot to do with the situation. But at the time, she
And I should note, you're 56.
Yes.
And you are 27.
Yes.
Big age difference, but Mr. Montgomery, go ahead.
And well, she knew that, and she knew what I wanted. And
now, how do you know she knew what you wanted?
And even if she did, bro, when it's something like this, when it's a situation like this, it is what it is. At 27, she's not going to want to come home and watch Stanford and Son with you all day, bro. She just not. Just like you're not going to want to go downtown to the club with her and listen to goddamn drill music or something like that, bro. It's not. When you date and it's an age gap, you got to think, bro, it's a whole nother different generation. You got 30 years on her. You got 30 years on it, bro. You know how much that? I'm 30 years old, bro. I can't even tell you what happened 4 years ago. What? 4 years ago was 22. Oh, we was, okay, cool. But it'd be lower than, y'all get what I'm trying to say, bro. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you got, man, take the good with the bad. You got to take the good with the bad. Yeah, you know, she a knockout. She look good. You know, she got energy. She keep you youthful. You know, she comb your hair, all of that stuff that you love her for because she younger. You also gotta love her because she want to go out and do. It is what it is. You got to take the good with the bad. Stop being selfish, bro.
Because
what did you say to her specifically?
Specifically, I told her, hey, I'm not looking for the drag queen girl, the pretty girl. I wanted someone down to earth.
Drag queen girl,
yeah.
Pretty girl.
Yeah.
We need to define our terms for a moment here. You're not looking you weren't looking for hot hoochie mama.
No.
That's what you said.
I wanted someone more settled. And at that time, she was settled. And she was different. But it seemed like once we got married, things just changed.
How did they change? Did she start wanting to go out without you? Did her drinking habits change? Did her friends change? What?
Well, not more so her friends changed. She changed. She wanted to go out more with her friends than with me.
Yeah,
hang on just a moment.
Which I understood to a certain point. But
how long did you two date before you got married?
About 2 years.
2 years. Ms. Jones, do you think you changed once you got married?
In some ways, yes.
Okay. Tell me the difference between who you were and who he wanted you to be.
Who I was a 23-year-old alcoholic, going to the bar every night, partying every single night, go to sleep about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm right back up doing the same things. At that time, I was working, but I still like to have fun. I traveled. I did what I wanted to do. I don't have no children, so nobody was holding me back from anything.
Right.
But when I got with Mr. Montgomery, you know, things have changed. He wanted me to tone down my dressing, so I tried to tone down my dressing. I like short skirts, tight fitted. I have a small frame, so that's what I like. He expressed to me that he didn't like that anymore. So in the beginning, we used to argue about it because my thing with him was, this is how you met me, so why try to change me now? But as the relationship went on, I started to tone down because he was my husband, and I respected that. You don't want me in short skirts, you don't want me in short dresses, and I respected that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. She cool. She cool. She seemed like one of them type people that's like she willing to compromise. I don't think that she got no ego. She not like, oh, it gotta go this way, it gotta go that way. She not no pushover. She not no pushover. She ain't gonna be no pushover. But it's like, all right, cool. I try it out. Like I see how it go, and I can respect that. I can respect that, bro. But also on the flip side, I never agree with you changing who you are to appease another person or to please another person. Nah. Like if okay, tweak a dress or a shirt or something like that. All right, fine, cool. We can tweak them type things, but as far as like who I am as a person, personality wise, if I'm outgoing, it's like, oh, you can't be outgoing. Nah, I don't think that you should ever change in that aspect. But again, I think that she's willing to compromise, and I like that because in relationships, bro, it's going to take a lot of compromising. It's going to take a lot of compromising and picking and choosing whatever battle you're going to take. So shout out to her. She seemed mature. She mature, she real mature, but the age gap is still crazy. Maybe, let's check it out. Check it out.
Did you resent it at all? The fact that
Yes,
he
she
was
did.
telling you how to dress and where to go and who to be with?
Not in the beginning, no.
Mr. Montgomery, you disagree with that?
I disagree with that. Yes, she did. She resented it from the door. It wasn't that she portrayed herself to be, to me, something that she really wasn't.
What did she portray herself
She
as?
portrayed herself like, I want change. I want better.
To be
I
better.
want to do better. I want the nice car, this and that. I want all these things, and that's what I wanted, and that's what I've always been struggling for. And I thought I had that perfect person. But once we got married, it was like she went from Dr. Jekyll to Mrs. Hyde. I don't know what she did, but she
I do
changed.
have to ask you this, though. Didn't you notice the alcoholic part?
I saw some of it.
He was too busy flying out of town for a week at a time, coming back whenever he felt like it. So in the beginning, he didn't see it.
Do you feel like you really didn't know her when you married her? You were just hoping that she would become?
Yes.
When he gets attitudes with me, he contacts his ex-wives.
How many do you have? Exes?
3.
3 ex-wives.
Yes.
So you wife number 4. Did that scare you at all?
In the
Being
beginning,
wife number 4?
in the beginning, no. But after we got married and we were into the marriage, it started to a little bit.
Have you ever sat back and reflected on what might be the common denominator between these multiple marriages? I mean, what goes wrong in the relationship? Is there anything that is consistent throughout the revolving door of wives that you have?
I like things a certain way. I'm a certain way. I do things
So
a certain
you are
way.
rigid.
I'm not, I wouldn't say rigid.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would your exes say rigid? Because rigid people never say rigid because they believe they're right.
All the time.
You know what I mean?
And I believe I'm right. I believe that. Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. And when it came to her, I gave Donisha lead ways to do things. I asked her to be my wife. And I
In the
thought,
middle of an argument.
How does one get proposed to in the middle of an argument? Walk me through that conversation.
We were in the middle of an argument.
Do you know what you were arguing about?
I don't recall what we was arguing about. It probably was something stupid and petty, like most of our arguments are. And after the argument, he was just like, will you marry me? And I guess in the middle of the moment because we had been talking about it for so long. I guess it was
She
just
said,
like,
whatever, fine,
yeah,
I'll marry you.
we gonna get married and we gonna do this. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Montgomery, is that how you recall the proposal?
I think it was a little different. I already had in my mind that I wanted to marry her, and that I was going to ask her to marry me. But at the time when we had the argument, it was about some things that she was doing that I didn't like. She would tell me one thing and do another. Well, she tends to do that a lot.
Such as, give me an example.
Such as, she would tell me, okay, well, I'm going to my dad's. About 3 or 4 hours went by, and I said, well, I had something to do. I said, well, let me call her and let her know I'm getting ready to do some things. And I called her. And I specifically called her the way I normally do. I speed dialed it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 9 times I called it, kept ringing it.
Hold on, dog just said speed dial? Bro, speed dial? I ain't heard that probably since the 90s. I ain't heard that probably since the 90s, bro. And anybody who calling you back to back like that, that's an obsession. That is an obsession, bro. Now, granted, if you holler at her one time and she give you some rap or something like that, all right, fine, cool. Then the next time you holler at her, she kind of, might not really want to be bothered that day or something like that, then that's a bet. But I digress. Nevertheless, bro, shouldn't nobody be calling you 67 times, 60. None of that, bro. He doing too much. That's obsessive. That is obsessive, bro. It's like, I don't like nobody that, oh, you gotta know what I'm doing, then you gotta tell me what you doing, and then you gotta tell me why you doing. Like, okay, we can talk about that. I'm not saying that we can't talk about that. I'm not saying that at all. But can't that wait until we get home? Like, we gonna get home, it's gonna be 6 o'clock or something like that, bro. We ain't gonna have nothing to do. Then we can talk about that. But while I'm out and I'm doing my thing, like, all right, I'll holler at you, I'll get up with you. Now, I'm not saying don't call me. I'm not saying that at all. But something like that, we ain't gotta get into that right then and there at that moment, bro. Calling anybody speed dial is crazy, bro. Like the video if you used speed dial before.
Going to voicemail.
That's your typical behavior is to speed dial her 9 times in a row?
Well, yes, when I think she has lied to me, yes.
Okay.
And
Go ahead. I'm listening while I'm writing.
and she never answered the phone. Then she calls me back. Oh, I lost track of time. I was in the middle of a conversation. I couldn't answer my phone. So I said, well, whenever you with these family members, you never seem to be able to answer your phone. So she said, well, I'm on my way home, so forth and so on. We hung up. 5 minutes later, she texts me. Oh, don't be mad. I had a few drinks.
I said a drink.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you hear the 9 calls that he made to you?
First of all, Your Honor, Michael called me 3 times. And when he called me, my phone was inside of the house and I was outside of the house. So no, I did not hear my phone. But when it was brought to my attention that my phone was ringing and handed it to me, I answered the phone. I said, I'm sorry, babe, I lost track of time. You know I'm at my family member's house and I just lost track of time. I'll be there in a little
Sounds
while.
reasonable to me.
That's not good enough for him.
I miss a lot of calls on my phone just because it's in my purse. Can't hear it.
Well,
People miss phone calls,
Maybe if she hadn't came home smelling of alcohol, she just lied to me. She told me she was going to do one thing, and she did something completely opposite.
No, she went to a family member's house. She just didn't say she was going to drink when she got over there. Is that right?
And that's
what happened.
That's accurate.
But I had no plans on going to this family member's house to drink. I went to do something. He knew what I was going to do. I called him the whole time I was on my way.
She might have slipped
I called him
up.
when I got there, but I'm the one that told him that I had a drink after the fact that he called me, and I said, well, babe, I'm sorry, I lost track of time.
Do you understand the difference between a slip-up, a mistake, because you're not supposed to be drinking anymore or whatever, and active deceit? Do you see how that's a slip-up and not active deceit?
Well, I thought it was deceit. I thought she
I understand
knew,
what
she
you
knew
thought,
what she was doing.
but do you see it how I see it?
No.
No. Okay, can't get there. Okay, I get it. Ms. Jones, you say that Mr. Montgomery didn't tell anybody in his family about you, and as a result thereof, they didn't know you were getting married. Nobody showed up. Why don't you tell me what you don't think he told his family and why?
Well, in the beginning, I was shielded from Michael's family, his whole family, including mother, everybody, for the first 2.5 years we were together. Within that 2.5 years that we was together in the beginning, Michael was living with me. Nobody knew that. They thought that he was just doing what he wanted to do, coming, taking the kids to school when he had to, and going on back about his business. When we started talking about marriage, I asked him, was he going to tell his family? Because I wanted the big wedding like any woman does. And we started to plan a wedding. Well, in the middle of the wedding, Michael decided he didn't want a big wedding because he didn't want to invite his family, basically. So it was me, him, and maybe 5 of my family members because he didn't want the big picture perfect wedding.
Mr. Montgomery, did you keep Ms. Jones a secret from your family for any period of time?
My mother knew. My kids didn't.
Your kids didn't know?
But my mother did.
Okay.
The reason I didn't tell my children because she was so young.
His mother didn't find out.
But don't you think that they would find out about it eventually? If you're married to a woman, you see your kids on the regular, they'd figure out, oh, this chick's daddy's new wife.
Your Honor, can I say one thing?
What?
When we were on our way to Mississippi, that's when his mother found out that we were married.
You know what?
But she didn't know. My mother knew.
Mr. Montgomery, let me say this about you.
Before she said that, bro, I wanted to say this. As a man, bro, when you make a decision or you make a choice, it might be unpopular, it might be uncommon, or whatever the case may be, bro. You got to be able to stand by that. You got to be able to stand by that. Now, I'm not saying be so gone that you being stubborn about it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all, bro. But what I am saying, if it's something that you believe in, if it's like, all right, cool, this is what I want, then you go for what you want. It's going to be a lot of people with a lot of different opinions. It's going to be a lot of people with a lot of different opinions, bro. But again, if you feel like, all right, cool, this is the girl, this is the woman that I want to be with. I like her. She look good to me. I like her hair. I like the way she smile. I like the way her fucking glasses tilt. I love the way she smell. I like the way she dress. I like the way she walk. You like all of that. You love all of that. You with all of that, bro. Then, cause all of that, I'm telling you, bro. Outside of pains is one of the quickest ways to get your relationship ruined. Maybe the relationship, man, ain't even start. Ain't even start, bro, because you listening to Outside of Pains and all of that, man. If you like, this is your girl. That's your girl. If you like, I like her, I'm trying to be with her, then rock out, bro. Rock out, bro, because again, everybody gonna have their opinion, but their opinion might not be what's best for you. You might think, oh, Undefeated, he need I don't know, he like him tall, he like him 6 feet and whatever the case may be. Yeah, that might be your opinion of what I like, but my opinion or my thoughts or what I actually do like differ from that. God damn it, it's different. It's different. So again, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm trying not to think about it. Bro, yeah, it's shit like just don't leave my mind, bro. It just don't leave. I'm gonna tell y'all this, bro, like when you I don't know if you can. You can't call it feelings. You can't call it that. But whatever you want to call it whatever. They call it, you call it, I call it love. We got a bond. Yeah, bro, whatever you want to call it. My favorite part of all of it, bro, is when I go on throughout my day, like, say I'm doing something, like, all right, cool. I'm shooting a video. Say I'm shooting a video, bro, and I'm shooting a video, and then, like, that thought just come back in my mind, bro. It's like, wham. I like that part, but that was the digression of digresses of digressions. That was number one, bro. I don't think we can go past that, but I forgot what I was talking about. Let's get back in here.
Here's a big black wall, and there's a little crack in it in which the light of rationality shines on you. And you can see that light, but you never quite look into it. And you're still standing behind that black wall. Because I can tell, as you're relating these stories to me, your face, the back of your mind said, man, this doesn't sound right. I'm coming off a little crooked here. This idea might have been a little crazy. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I mean? But when you go forward in your day-to-day life, you're behind that black wall, and you keep that crack of rationality in your peripheral vision. You got some issues.
And do not let them issues trick you out of a good woman, bro. That's a good woman over there. That's a good woman over there, dog. Don't let whatever happened in your past mess you up. Our before marriages didn't work. They didn't work, bro. But this one might be the one that actually worked. Don't let what happened in your past bother, disrupt, or burn down your future, bro. Don't do it, because we didn't work too hard. We didn't work too hard to get up out of whatever we was in the past. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, and don't allow anything to hold you back, bro, because it's already enough. We already going to have enough. We already got enough things trying to hold us back. We don't need to contribute to that. Don't contribute to that. And again, as a guy, bro, don't think that it won't happen to you. Good looking young lady over there. Damn, my voice, bro. Over there. I said, over there. Good looking lady over there, man, holding you down. We ain't heard nothing about no cheating. She gonna go see her family member, giving up stuff to be with you. Getting not clean. Sober, getting sober, and not like, yeah, bro, that's a good woman. It's a good one. And you should know that. You too old for this, bro. You too old for this, bro. You know better than that.
Mr. Montgomery, don't you think? 4 wives, didn't keep any of them. Not telling your mama you're getting married. Don't tell your kids you're getting married. You know, you're a little rigid, a little persistent. You see that, don't you?
Somewhat. I wanted to do it my way. And I did it my way.
You know what? I spent a lot of my life doing things my way. And you know what happened? It didn't turn out right until I decided that my way wasn't the way that was going to get me what I wanted.
You goddamn right, bro. That one touch home. I tried everything my way. I wanted to do it my way. I wanted to talk to you my way. I wanted to take you out my way. I wanted everything my way. That is some selfish shit. I feel selfish right now, bro. I feel you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right, man. Damn, that was sobering. That was sobering, bro. And it makes sense. It makes sense. But I also get it. Again, this is just me. I only get one, bro. I only get one, so I'm trying to do it the way that I want to do it. But also, when you're dealing with other people, you got to be open to compromise. You have to be open to compromise. You can't be so, what she say, rigid, whatever, rough or whatever you want to call it, whereas though you don't bend or you don't fold on anything. Nobody wants to be around a person that's just the same, strict, rigid, whatever she said, 24/7. 24/7. Nobody, bro. So again, I get it that, you know, that's how you are. That's a part of your characteristic, whatever word you want to use right there. I get that. I understand that. But when you're dealing with other people, bro, that's just what come along with it. That's what come along with it. It's going to be some days that I want to get the number one with no pickle, but she like the chicken nuggets.
If you want a marriage, and if you want to be settled, and if you want happily ever after, your way isn't going to work, because we know that. Mr. Montgomery, is anything that I just said to you about that little crack of rationality and that light and your rigidity make any sense to you?
Yes, it did.
And what do you intend to do about it when you leave here?
I'm going to still do it the way I want to do it.
Mm-hmm. And you'll still end up without a wife. You realize that.
Well, at this point, I think me and my wife, I don't know if we can work this out. I don't know if we can get past a lot of issues that we have. A lot of the main issues, like I said.
So you don't think this is over? This is what you're telling me.
Oh,
you don't think this is over?
Oh, I think it's done.
But you think you can get another one?
I don't think I ever want to get married again after this.
And you know what, Mr. Montgomery? That might not be a bad thing. Everybody isn't meant to be married. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a person who likes everything in a certain way and it's always got to be that way, and any deviation from right down the middle of exactly what you want drives you crazy, you won't be able to live with anybody else. And so maybe what you ought to do, you got 10 kids, you got plenty to do. So maybe you might want to consider, instead of going younger and younger so it's more malleable and more malleable, because that's what rigid guys do. They marry younger and younger because they think that the young ones will be easier to mold into what you want, and it doesn't work out.
Also, there's also another factor there. I love you, Judge. I'm going to leave it at that. Happy holidays. Love you and your family. Wishing you the best. That's for Judge T, man.
Instead of doing that, make a full life for yourself and your kids by yourself, so you won't keep rotating through all of this angst. Do you know what I'm saying? And to you, Ms. Jones, I'm going to say this. Bravo for whatever progress you made. And don't feel like you've wasted your time or done a wrong thing because you married a man who tried to make you into something else. While he was trying to make you into something else, you managed to make yourself into someone better than you already were. So again, bravo to you. Bravo to both of you for realizing this wasn't going to work out, and this matter is adjourned.